Libra, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early August 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get going immediately. We're going to start you off with an oracle card here just to breeze into this reading nice and smooth for the lovely, lovely Libras. I hope all of you are fantastic, my friends. Let's see what's going on, my God, Spirit team. Talk to me about Libra. Pardon me. And yeah, we're just going to take a quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card with the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always very interesting. But let's get this going. What do we got for Libra? Right on into this reading. Okay, so we do have this lady who's looking at the mirror. She's in a room full of mirrors. This could be very Queen of Wands-like, but there's a duality to this card. There's a very positive and a rough energy as well. Now, before we fully dissect that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check it out. Also, if you're active on social media, my handle on all platforms is at kyleofcupsoracle, so please feel free to hit me up on the social media of your choice. Everything except Facebook. Into the reading we go. Enough of the plugs. Now, if you watch my readings regularly, I'm sure you've seen this card a couple times pop up here and there. You see that lovely woman in the big dress looking in a mirror. So yes, this could represent appearances. Whether you're worried about your appearance, whether you're feeling good, this can be a card of confidence. So I do see this similar to the Queen of Wands. So areas that might be affecting your self-confidence, whether it's for the positive or negative, could be highlighted in this time. The rougher side of this card could be a bit egotistical. So some of you might have an individual or multiple individuals in your life that are extremely egotistical and care only about how things are perceived by others and looks. That's what this card could represent. But if we're looking at the positive side of it, I do like it because it could be confidence. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Because I always say that card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote for us. We're going to get you 3 in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. So let's see what's going on here for the lovely Libras. Now, last week's reading was titled A Karmic Situation. And karmic themes were showing up for a lot of the collectives last week, not just you. And that is a theme that is tied in pretty closely with the Libra collective, because the Justice card, the card that represents you, is the biggest karmic card. Talks about balance, talks about cycles. What you put forth, you get back in return. So we're going to see what's up. Whether it's a situation where you needed to learn a lesson, tough, good, you always use your own discernment. But let's get these first 3 out. As I always say, energy is never set in stone. You take it how it hits, because this could be your energy or other people you're connected to. Okay, we do have Temperance in position number 1, extremely powerful and angelic, even though it's not very action-based. Let's get 2 more. What do we got for Libra, please? All right, thank you. All right, we have the 8 of Swords. There might be somebody that's a bit on edge here with Temperance and the 8 of Swords. Somebody might feel trapped or bogged down. We're going to get 1 more. Interesting. I mean, Spirit might be looking over. Okay, we do have the 2 of Swords, and there is a bonus here in the Tower. Okay, now not all towers are bad, but it makes sense that the Tower popped out with the 2 of Swords, one of the cards of mystery. Now I will say this, Libra, the fact that we got double swords here, your mind might be extra active. I don't want to go too intuitive just yet. Let's go through, I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get the juicy intuitive stuff. So position number 1, we have the Temperance card. This could represent a Sagittarius or Sagittarius placements. Okay, very angelic, very protective. Usually, I believe it's the Archangel Michael on this card. Can speak about those beautiful alchemical creations, trying to create your own life, but great things take time. So this is a big card of patience, waiting for things to elapse. Spirit could be asking you to calm something down, or this could just be protection for you. We're going to want to clarify if it doesn't represent a person. Very cool, calm, and serene. It's the complete opposite of the next card, the 8 of Swords. Now, I'll give you some of these themes, the positive and the rougher side. In the positive, this is somebody that can overcome their own restrictive programming. In the positive, this is somebody that can cut themselves free of shackles and free themselves. This isn't a card of permanence. This is a card of fleeting rough patches. So when we see it, it could also represent somebody that feels imprisoned, whether imprisoned in their own mind, imprisoned in a situation, bogged down. This is a big card that deals with anxiety, nervousness. So we're going to want to clarify this. Hopefully you're not in a situation where you feel like your hands are tied. Now, moving to the very back end here, we have the Two of Swords. So the double swords showing up, the active mind, like I said. Now, this card, all twos in tarot represent partnerships. They represent decisions. They represent crossroads. So some of you might be at a crossroads in life, where you go left, where you go right. This could represent the unknown. This is one of my big cards of mystery, the unexpected, the unknown. So whether it's a fear of that, or there's some unknown situations and issues that you're dealing with, we're just going to have to see when we clarify it. It could also represent confusion, like somebody that doesn't know what to do, doesn't know what decision to make, or what route to go. I'm not going to stay and pile on this card too long, because there's so much here to be read. Now, moving to the bonus card, once again, this is another little footnote. This doesn't make or break the reading either, but if you watch tarot, I'm sure you've seen a tower or two. Okay, so it's a foundation shakeup, for better or for worse. It's possible feelings of shock, unexpected. So it ties in similar to the Two of Swords. There might be things coming out of left field in this time, whether they're positive or negative. We have a lot to deal with here this week, Libra. So let's do that. We're going to jump deeper and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for my Libra friends. Let's see what's going on. My guides, talk to me. And yes, Libra, this is where I go intuitive, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as I'm sure you already know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. We're going to go in on Temperance. Let's see what's up with that. And as always, if you read tarot yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Libra, you could just drop it down below. I don't mind. So why is Temperance here? My guides, talk to me. Why is Temperance here? Okay, thank you. Seven of Swords. I definitely get this as somebody fighting some urges that they don't want others to know about. Like, I'm getting that vibe of like inner demons. Usually when we have the Seven of Swords, it's a card that I say is sneaky. It's also a card of the shadows, a card of the unknown. So you might be fighting certain thought processes in this time. Ones that you might know are unhealthy, okay? Or unhealthy habits. A lot of you could be taking up like a new way of being, and you're like, you know what, that doesn't serve me. That behavioral pattern, that thought process, this person doesn't serve the greater good in my life. So I'm getting the vibe of somebody trying to work on those inner demons here, big time. Okay, there is a little bit of suppression, but there also is that unknown. So some of you might need to know, with the spiritual protection of Archangel Michael here in the Seven of Swords, there might be a really dicey SOB in the shadows that Spirit is protecting you from. This could be divine protection from Spirit. So I would say in this time, especially since we have the Two as well, and so much mystery, beware of the company you keep. Beware of the people you're connected to, okay? I wouldn't be giving out trust easily in this time. But this could also be Spirit protecting you as well, putting a wall up, making sure you don't get taken advantage of or somebody does grimy shit. We're going to keep moving, okay? Because we got a lot going on here. Because like I said, we could be talking about nervousness. Let's keep it moving. I feel like I could keep talking about this front end thing. So it's either somebody fighting urges or Spirit protecting you from a dicey person. We're going to go in on this Eight of Swords. Thank you. Yeah. We have the Justice card in the upright. So those karmic themes, I was speaking about how this is your card. Now, in a Libra reading, this could easily just represent you. Even if you're cross-watching, this could represent your Libra. So when I catch it in the upright, it's 2 or 3 different things that I'm feeling right off the bat. For one, there could be somebody in your sphere that's paying a karmic debt. They put forth some rough things and they might be catching that in return. For another portion of you, there could be someone either stressed about you or stressing over you. Big time here with the Eight of Swords and like borderline obsession type of mental energy going on here. So watch out for that. Okay, especially with what we're seeing in the front end. Like this Eight of Swords, Justice, That's either saying like your mind is very active and you might be very tense in the coming days and weeks, or this is somebody worried about you. So take it however it hits. We're going to keep moving. I'm not going to give that too much energy. We'll talk about it a little more in the recap, but I would still watch your surroundings and the people you're associated with for sure. Seven of Cups. Yeah, like who knows what the world's going to bring. There could be various like unexpected, surprising situations, mysterious things with the Seven of Cups in the upright, usually a card of options and paths, but it's very dreamy. Now, for some of you, this could represent a person that gets lost in that thought process, like the fear of the unknown, fear of what they don't know, what they can't see. So do with that what you will. That might be something you're feeling right now, like you're nervous about what's going to happen in a day or two or next week or a few weeks down the line. But for another portion of you, I do feel, especially with how this energy is colliding on the back end, there could be unexpected situations and issues that pop up from time to time, or surprising issues of various different kinds. So we do have several warnings here. I'll show these cards to you, then we'll do a quick little recap. Because like I say, I don't like to pile on the messages too much. If you're feeling things from this as well, I'd love to hear about it. But this was giving me some interesting things that you might want to heed, some warnings that you might want to heed as well. Okay, similar themes I've been getting with air signs, but let's go through real quick for this recap, then we'll get into the shadow card. In position number 1, we have Temperance with the Seven of Swords in the upright. This was giving me two main things. Somebody trying to suppress bad habits, bad patterns, bad things, knowing something isn't right and just trying to work on that. But it was also giving me the vibe of Spirit protecting you from a messed up individual or someone who might not have the best intentions. So know that Spirit might be watching your back in this time, and I'd say that's a good thing. Now moving to the center, we have the Eight of Swords with the Justice card in the upright. This is saying that you might be wound tight, you might be a little anxious or nervous in this time, or somebody's stressing about you. And if it is somebody stressing about you, it's almost borderline obsession. So you might have somebody that's obsessed with you. This is a warning for sure. Okay, or like a situation you're going through, it's just not the best feeling. So once again, it's another warning here. It can be worked through, and it was also giving me the vibe of somebody paying karmic retribution. On the back end, we got the Two of Swords, the mystery with the Seven of Cups. This is someone with like a big fear of the unknown and what's to come, and that might be amplified in this time. Or this could just be unexpected or surprising issues that crop up in this time of various different kinds, be it money, be it work, be it romantic, whatever it might be. So I would expect the unexpected in this time. So Libra, please take a screenshot. We're going to get you one shadow card here just to see what's up. Maybe we'll get some info on what this Seven of Swords is about, right? So what's in the shadows here for Libra, please? I'm just going to pull you one. And even if it's a positive card, we'll look at the inverse. There's nothing wrong with some shadow work. What's in the shadows for Libra? Quick. Okay, so we do have the Lover showing up in the shadows. So once again, as I was saying in the very beginning, watching out for the attachments, those that you're connected with. Now, for some of you, this could represent a Gemini. For some of you, this could represent a soulmate that's left a mark on you, a very close connection. But the fact that it's showing up in the shadows, I feel overall is Spirit saying like, hey, those that you're linked to in this time, keep an eye, okay? Like, don't just let anybody connect to your energy. Don't form that energetic cord with just anybody. That's the vibe I'm picking up here. So you're going to want to watch that, especially if it's somebody that you just have a rough feeling about, okay? The Lovers doesn't always have to be romantic either. It could just be someone you have a lot of history with. Usually a very good, silky, smooth type of vibe, but in the shadows, cut and dry. So Libra, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. For the August subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of Dreams. It's one of my favorites. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things as always. My friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which tarot suit you think is the most positive, whether it's Cups, Pentacles, Swords, Wands. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. As usual, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.